about to fall behind. Even if you doing just fine. Young guy, this is your time.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite host, doing the most, and you know I love to boast. It's Mo Manifest tuning in, and wait. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment for more exclusive Givemo content. You know, eventually when we grow, we'll be able to have a team, and y'all will turn from just my listeners to Givemo Nation, and we just gonna keep growing from there. Like we put the episode out last week. You can check that out if you haven't. But I'm just happy to be back and more active. Today we're gonna get a little bit into what I do now as far as entrepreneurship and how I go about my day-to-day, putting it together, and how I truly feel about entrepreneurship and how I feel if you know that this is the path for you. So anyway, let's jump right into it. I own a DSP. I am a delivery service partner. What is a delivery service partner? I'm in a partnership with Amazon. We basically come together for the greater good to make sure that everybody get their packages. Everybody love Amazon. Everybody love ordering stuff. I know y'all see the vans pull up to your house. You know, if you see the vans, you might see FedEx, you might see stuff like that. But if you see the Amazon van, those are owned by individual contractors, and I just so happen to be one of them in the Raleigh-Durham region. So it's a blessing. Like I said, we come together for the greater good to make this happen. Amazon is my partner. I do not work for Amazon, but I am on their playground. So that means I have rules to follow. I have commitments to meet and things that I can't really speak on, but it is what it is. I could tell you about my overall experience, but do not ask me anything dealing with money or anything, because if you really want to do this, you wouldn't be doing it for the money. You're doing it for the growth and the potential to really take advantage of one of the best business schools you can go through without going to college. So it's been a great experience. It's been an amazing journey. A lot of you guys have supported me on that journey. And like I said, the name of my company is Nioba LLC. It's not traditional. Most people have transit or something like that, or logistics that lets you know that it's more of a driving company. Nioba itself is N-I apostrophe O-B-L-E. It's made up of two words. It's made up of the word nine and the word noble. And if you know, in spiritual terms, the number 9 and the number 7 translate to the number of completion. For those of you who don't know, September in the old calendar was the 7th month. It's the 9th month in this calendar, if you look at history. But that's why 7 and 9 in biblical terms are both numbers of completion. 9 being the last single digit number, and 7 just, like I said, biblical 7 days in a week. We can go there, but we're not going to go there today. As far as it comes with that, everyone knows something failed. Don't pay that no attention. But everyone knows that what a noble is. When you talk about religion, especially Christianity, like I said, Nioba, we're not here to force you to believe anything, but we do reference from religion and spirituality and everything. Anything it takes to put a point together, we'll do that to use it for inspiration. So if you know anything in biblical terms, as far as Christianity, it's set up in a kingdom. So if you know anything about a kingdom, it don't even have to be religion. If you know anything about royalty kingdoms, nobles are people of high regard. They sit at the table with the king. My vision is everybody I come in contact with, they're royalty. They have high nobility, you know, in my mind, because I know everybody want to walk around and say, oh, we're all kings and queens. But when a person comes in your realm, when a person is experiencing you are that king / queen, where you are that king king and queen, and you want to make sure when somebody walks into your kingdom that you're treating them as nobility, that you're treating them as royalty. They're a part of your family. They sit at the table with you. So when I had the concept of open a business, treat everybody as complete royalty, I done did 50 episodes. My leg bounces. So if you see me bouncing a little bit, I don't know why, but when it comes to talking about something that I'm really passionate about, even now and then, we 50 episodes in, and I still get a little bit nervous. So let me calm down and slow down. So once again, my business basically means to treat everybody as complete royalty. I used to be a driver, and I had my views and my visions, and I started from the bottom, and I just told myself that if you ever own any business, that this is the name. Came up with the name when I was 13 years old, 27 now. Opened the business 13 years later when I was 26. So as you can see, it manifests itself. I don't think that we realize at every phase of our life we can manifest something ahead of time. I know people think manifesting, oh, you call yourself more manifest, you're supposed to go sit down and say, hey, I'm going to have this, and this tomorrow. And it could happen that way. But logically speaking, sometimes you got to go through stuff to get stuff to even understand what you got. So the fact that it took 13 years to open a business and you're doing it in your mid to late 20s, and I understand that I'm blessed, and I understand I have a lot of opportunity of a lifetime. I understand by me being one of the younger owners in the program that I have to put on for people my age and even younger than me that got the opportunity. There's actually a guy that's 22 years old that do it. Never met him, but I saw it on the newsletter, so I'm not the youngest. But I take pride in being one of the younger owners. To me, it gives me pressure because I need people to understand, like, hey, just because you're in your 20s don't mean that you can't handle doing this. It don't really matter what age. If you think you're ready for something, jump off that porch, but don't talk about it. You don't want to be that person that talk about something for years and never take a step in getting it done. If you got to create a logo 1 year, if you got to start the LLC 1 year, if you got to write out the business plan 1 year, make sure that you're taking progress towards it. Because the one thing you don't want to be that person that talked about something and every time somebody see you, they bring it up. And you ain't got no answer. It's, oh, so I thought you said you was gonna do this, and this. What's up? And you just like, you don't want to have excuses. So how I feel about entrepreneurship altogether, it's not for everybody. It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's okay to be a teacher. It's okay to have side hustles. It's okay to do what you love. For some reason, I'm on social media and stuff. They make it seem like everybody has to own a business. But let me ask you a question. If everybody in the world owned a business, who would do the work? And I'm not saying that from the standpoint of where you need somebody to do the work. I'm saying that from the standpoint of some people are okay with not living in cliche. Everybody's chasing that American dream, but what is your dream? If your dream is to have a house with 10 bedrooms and 10,000 square feet, you can go get it. Dream big, but you might get a house for 5 bedrooms and 2,400, 3,000 square feet, and you might get that house and you may be like, man, I don't even need all that. You know, I watched the podcast the other day. Shaq was talking about how his divorce went. Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player, was talking about how his divorce went, and he said that he gets home and he walks in a mansion, 76,000 square feet. 76,000 square feet. I don't even know how many rooms you could put in 76,000 square feet. And he was the only person there. Let me tell you something. You can dream big. You can have everything as big as you want to. You can chase dreams. You can do whatever. But you also got to make sure you're keeping yourself together. On these roads to success, do not achieve a level of success and let that deceive you. There's a lot of deception that comes with making money. And the reason why we quote making money, because what is making money? $10,000 to me might be the most, and I might be happy. $10,000 to you might not be nothing. You never know. All I know is that at one point I was making about $32,000 a year, and I was happy. My goal was to, man, if I just had a little bit extra money here and there, I'll be fine. Now, I got blessed with the opportunity because I had aspirations of doing something bigger than myself. So I got about, I think right now, 40 employees and counting. A lot of people think I only got like 10, 15 employees. No, right now we currently have 40 employees. The operation grows every day. Got a management team that makes my life 10 times, 100 times easier. Got an operations manager that almost love it, if not more than I do, but that's equal just to do her job. And I got amazing friends that, shout out to one of my main mentor, Keisha, because she taught me everything I know about how to manage and do it. And having those mentors and having people to push you and having people to support you is important, but it's not the end all be all. And what I mean by that is you may be a person that don't have that. You got to find the confidence within yourself to do it. I'm one of the fortunate people to have people around me that didn't want to see me do less, but I'm also here to tell you that if your goal is to make more money, then I know there's this big thing about college being a scam. College is only a scam if you don't understand the institution of college. If you think you're supposed to go to school for 4 years and then magically walk into your career, not put no work in, no internships, not build experience, not make those sacrifices you need before you get out of school to get there, then I don't know what you expect. Because if you don't got no inside jobs, I applied. I went to school for IT, Network Systems Administration. Graduated 2017 with the most unrealistic expectation that I was just going to walk into it. Somebody was going to look past the fact that I didn't have experience and just hire me. And that's how it was going to go, right? I think my mama helped me out with so much. I think we applied to over 50 different institutions and companies, and either they didn't reply or they said no, or they said, he shows good resume but no experience. So did it suck at times? Yes. After I got past like the 10th no, I understood what it was. We kept trying, but that was a part of the greater journey. And like I said, I'm only 27, and I have a vision about that, and I'm not going to let that degree go to waste. And I guess my biggest thing is that this world really have you feeling like you're supposed to have everything figured out. It really make you feel like you can't make a mistake. It really try to make you feel like you can't just be a human in the moment. Sometimes things happen, right? And you have to be okay with it. You have to move forward. You make decisions in the moment. You have to be okay with it. You make mistakes in the moment. You have to be okay with it. Everybody around you can tell you whatever you want, but they're not you. If you're looking for somebody to comfort and console you, this whole entrepreneur process is not for you. And I'm just being as real as I can, because you need a different mentality. You can't do this just for money, because you'll always be chasing money. I put everything into it as much as I can, and then even with getting back to the podcast, I made excuses when I got my time back. I was so drained that I didn't realize how many blessings I have. And I guess lastly, one of the last things I'll say, believe it or not, I recorded this already. I'm not going to tell you why I had to delete that one. It's kind of embarrassing. But so I had my original thoughts, and I'm doing it again. So in my head, I'm kind of trying to make sure I hit all the points I hit the first time. Keep in mind, I don't write nothing down. This is all come off the top of my head. I just love what I do. But from that standpoint of just keeping in mind the goal that you got, and having confidence in yourself, and knowing how to push yourself, and knowing how to build that network, have mentors, have somebody to give you guidance, have somebody to believe in you, have somebody to kick you out the side of the cliff, and also having the mindset of that if you don't have none of those things, that you're going to jump, leap, crawl, whatever it takes to get there. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't be scared, take a leap. Because if you're not happy, happiness comes first. And like I said, I hope that if you got aspirations to be an entrepreneur, tell me what you want to do in the comments, something like that if you made it this far. I kind of got a sore throat, but I'm not. We back on the road to consistency, no excuses. So I'm going to give it all I got. My throat's starting to hurt, so we're going to end a little bit early, but I'm going to be back next Thursday and every Thursday until I come up with an excuse not to do it, which will probably be when I get married October 1st and I go on a honeymoon. I might record from there if I don't get in trouble for doing so. So please subscribe, like, and comment. I kind of started rambling at the end because this is definitely something that I'm passionate about. So please, if you got any questions, if you want to know anything about what I do personally, I'll tell you as much as I can. But there's a lot of things I can talk about. There's even more that I can't talk about. So if you want to know the mindset it takes to get there, the basics, I got you. If you want to know the mindset of the entrepreneur, I can give you my experience. I got you. I've done that in this episode. But if you want to do this just for money, then I'm the wrong person to talk to. Because the money gonna come if your mindset, if your energy, if your spirits and everything correctly. Was raised by some amazing women in my life, and they just taught me a different value of life. Just staying humble and true to who I am. That's more important to me than anything. And I come in peace, I leave in peace. That's just who I am. So if you made it this far in the episode, I truly appreciate you. I love you guys. Like I said, my throat's starting to hurt a little bit more. So I'll be back next week. Make sure you guys tune in. Don't allow nobody to trick you out your process. It's your favorite host doing the most. I'm Mo Manifest, and thank you guys for tuning in to Give 'em Mo. We out.